Why don't we do 1,000 Miles? Let's do the title track. What a night. Hey, little girl out on the coast, I miss you like crazy 'cause I dig you the most. I could steal a car and drive straight to you, and if that plan should fail, I could build a boat, drop it in the water, and pray for the wind to catch my sail. Or I would walk 1,000 miles just to knock upon your door. There's only one thing I ask of you, a chance to prove my love is true. I could steal a car and drive straight to you, and if that plan should fail, I could build a boat, drop it in the water, and pray for the wind to catch my sail. Or I would walk 1,000 miles just to knock upon your door. Oh! Any ride to get me by your side, I'll be there. I could steal a car and drive straight to you, and if that plan should fail, I could build a boat, drop it in the water, and pray for the wind to catch my sail. Or I would walk 1,000 miles just to knock upon your door. Oh! Yeah, yeah.
Steady Kurt from the Freddie Steady 5 live in the KPFT studios, getting some help from Cam King off of the, I guess that was the title track from the new release.
That was it.
Miles.
Yep.
Great stuff, man. Thank you so much. Tell me, I read that you were in a Peter Fonda movie.
I was, and if you look really quickly, you can see me in it. It was a movie called Outlaw Blues that was filmed in Austin. Peter Fonda and Susan St. James, and this was quite a stretch for me for my acting chops. I played the part of a session studio drummer, and there was a scene that he was Peter Fonda. The movie was about, he was a convict in Huntsville prison, and country band came through and played. He pitched him a song. The guy stole his song. He broke out of prison and was trying to find the guy. Meanwhile, had a bunch of songs. They took him in a secret studio, and I was one of the musicians. It was really funny because they hired real musicians to do this, right? And so I'd never done anything like that before. And we're all at our instruments, and you sit there for hours while they're doing the lighting, so we're there, about an hour goes by, the piano player starts tinkling on the piano a little bit, and the bass player comes in, the steel after we're playing, the director got so mad, he said, "That's why we don't hire real musicians." He said, "You guys, yeah. But you can't put a musician in with a musical instrument and expect them not to do something with it."
And Cam, I read that you have a song that was in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No, that's let's straighten out that myth right now.
Okay.
That was a misquotation by somebody who, I don't know if they intentionally did it or what, or they just didn't get their facts straight. Tobe Hooper had already made Texas Chainsaw Massacre by the time I came to Austin in '75, but I had brought with me several songs that I recorded at McAdams Brothers Studio in Austin, and when Tobe Hooper was working on a follow-up, not a sequel, but a follow-up movie, which ended up having several titles, Starlight Slaughter, the final name that you can find in the CD world or DVD world is, I think it's called Eaten Alive, and it starred Neville Brand as the demented owner of an East Texas hotel done, and it was done entirely indoors. Everything was soundstage with horrible lighting. It was really amazing. It had Stuart Whitman, tons of Robert Englund before he became Freddie Krueger and stuff. All these recognizable actors in this thing. Carolyn Jones in this movie, and Tobe Hooper's musical director came through Austin looking for music to put in the movie, and he stopped at McAdams Brothers, and they gave him my 4 songs that I'd done demos for, and all 4 songs ended up as coming out of a jukebox or a car radio or background music while Neville Brand stalked around the hotel. It was I tell people it's really a nice, sweet, tender love story, and brings tears to my eyes every time I see it. But that's my connection with Tobe Hooper, and it's not Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
All right. I did read that though, but yeah.
Yes, you did. I did too.
Still a great story.
Yeah.
And you guys both collaborated on this new record, 1,000 Miles, and it was recorded at a place called
Elmo's Lab.
Elmo's Lab. Is that in Austin?
That's a place in Austin. I do most of my production there. Well, the last record I put out was live from Sugar Hill Studios, which is still my favorite place, but I can't get to Houston all the time, and so I do a lot of my work at Elmo's Lab in Austin. Yeah.
Okay, and who are the players that are also on there that aren't going to be with you this evening?
Well, us.
Okay.
We're going to be with us this evening. It's just us two, but also on the record, Patterson Barrett played keyboards. He's a regular member of the group, and Leighton DePenning, aka Elmo. Okay. The engineer, played bass on this stuff. He and I do a lot of productions together that we do. I do drums and guitar, and he does bass, and we both do little keyboards, and we kind of can make records for people that way.
Great singer, too.
And a great singer. And Bon Weir I played drums on most of these tracks. Bon played on a couple of them, and he's Rusty Weir's son.
Well, you were just talking about the Sean song.
Yeah.
And I saw the Weir on this album, and I was going to ask you if that was.
That's him. And if I don't know if you noticed the songwriting credit, track 5 is called "Cracking Up." It was written by Rusty Weir back when he was in a rock band called the Wig back in the mid-'60s.
I've never heard that song before except for your version. I was wondering if it was a country song, but it's a rock song.
It's a rock song. Yeah, Rusty, that was a rock and roll band, but Rusty was a singing drummer like I did with Explosives, and that was one of their big songs. In fact, that song is like, all the Pebbles collections, all the garage rock, that's on everything. Okay. That's highly regarded in the garage rock circle.
But you re-recorded it for this
We
record?
Re-recorded it, yeah.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah, Bon wanted to play drums on it. His son played drums, which was really cool. And I always loved the song. So it was a lot of fun. Johnny Richardson played lead guitar on that, who was the original lead guitarist of the Wig.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, you've been producing since around 75? Is that about the time you got into it?
Well, not quite that early. I think the first thing I produced was probably 79, live at Raoul's.
Okay.
For the punk rock compilation thing. But I've been doing a lot more production, and Emily Grace Berry, who's with us here today, working on her record. We finished an EP, and she started working with me last year, and I said, well, we need a recording. You got to have something to get club gigs or anything. I said, let's cut 4 cover songs, which we did. And then we started working on our songwriting together and got a couple of really good things. So we've got 2 originals also on this EP coming up, and we're working on more new things. So, you can probably expect a full album from her next year.
All right. Emily, you're from Arlington?
Yes.
Okay, and this is your first time on the radio?
Yeah, it is.
Wonderful. So when you come big and famous, don't forget about us here at KPFT. You tell me a little bit about moving from Arlington to Austin and doing a little school and music at the same time. That was a little tough, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was originally going to go to Texas Tech, but I just went to Austin instead so I could do music, but it was not easy doing school and trying to do any music whatsoever. I just got way too into school and stuff and wasn't happy with that. So I talked to my parents, and we sat down and talked about what I should do. And everyone recommended, get in contact with Freddie, and he would,
Wait, and you have a connection with Freddie from back when you were a kid when he was playing with Jerry Jeff Walker. Tell folks that story.
Yeah, when I was in 3rd grade, I think I was 9, my dad had a company party out at our ranch, and we had Jerry Jeff Walker come out for the entertainment, and Freddie was the drummer. And it was just, and when I was sitting on our little hay bale or whatever in front of the stage, and Jerry Jeff called me up to sing Redneck Mother, and scared me to death. But yeah, so it's
So did
crazy.
you get up and sing Redneck Mother with Jerry Jeff Walker?
I did, and
Huge. At 9?
yeah,
great.
but I would always back away from the mic during the bad words.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you're going to sing one for us?
Yes, I am.
All right, tell us a little bit about this song.
This song is called When We Meet Again. I met this guy at one of his shows, and just inspired me a little bit, so I wrote about it.